Welcome to my channel, The Daily Shift Story. I'm so glad you're here today. I'm going to share a story that's not just powerful, it's life-changing. It's a story about pain, patience, and purpose. A story that will touch your heart, open your mind, and maybe even change the way you see the world. So sit back, take a deep breath, and let's begin. Asterisk, a long time ago, in a narrow alley of old Baghdad, there was a small room on the corner. Right outside that room, an old blind man used to sit every day. Beside him lay a small cloth tray filled with different fragrant oils and perfumes. That old man earned his living by selling scents in the marketplace. People knew him as Baba Zahid. His beard was white and his face radiated peace. He had no children. Years ago, his wife had passed away after suffering from a deadly illness. Since that day, Baba Zahid had lived alone, wrapped in the blanket of solitude. The people of his neighborhood often suggested he get remarried. They told him that children could become a support in old age and help carry his burdens. But every time, Baba Zahid would gently smile and reply, "A heart that has once felt the pain of true love doesn't tie itself to another bond. And as for old age, I trust that my Lord will make a way for me." Every morning after the call to prayer, Baba Zahid would leave his room, slowly walking with his wooden stick. He would sit quietly near the mosque gate and spend the day selling perfumes. If someone bought something, he would thank them. If someone walked by without buying, he would still smile and bless them. He never got offended by people's behavior, nor did he ever complain. He often said, "Even those who hurt me are God's creation, so I only look toward the Creator." The people of the market often passed by him. Some greeted him, others ignored him. Though he had no eyesight, his heart saw everything. He could recognize people by the sound of their footsteps and would silently pray for each of them. One day, during the afternoon prayer time, a young man passed by him. His face was full of worry, and his clothes were dusty and worn. He paused for a moment, looked around, and then kept walking. Baba Zahid called out softly, "Son, do you need anything?" The boy was startled but didn't stop. Maybe he was hiding something in his heart. Maybe life had just made him bitter. That night, the market became silent as the shops closed. Baba Zahid packed up his perfumes, held his walking stick, and slowly walked back to his room. He didn't know was that the same young man was now watching him from a distance. Something was stirring in the boy's mind. Maybe he thought Baba Zahid had money hidden away. As Baba Zahid entered his small room, he closed the door, performed his evening prayer, and lay down on his worn-out mat. He had no idea that fate was about to open a new chapter in his life. The streets of Baghdad were quiet. The cold wind gently blew through the night, and clouds covered the sky. Inside Baba Zahid's room, a single oil lamp flickered. The flame danced softly while he whispered God's name under his breath. Outside his door, the young man crept closer, holding a rusty dagger in his hand. His heart was a mix of fear and greed. He peeked through the crack of the door. In the dim light, he saw Baba Zahid lying peacefully, head on his pillow, sound asleep. The boy slowly pushed the door open. It creaked loudly. He stepped inside. Baba Zahid shifted slightly, but did not wake up. The boy scanned the room and saw a cloth pouch lying in the corner. He stepped closer. Just as he reached for it, Baba Zahid's calm voice echoed through the room. "Son, take whatever you need, but remember this, wealth may belong to someone else. Don't sell your soul for something that isn't yours." The boy froze. The dagger fell from his hand. He looked at Baba Zahid, who was now awake. There was no fear or anger on Baba's face, just peace. Baba spoke again. "Whatever you came to take, I will give it to you willingly. But first, tell me the truth. What is in your heart?" The young man broke down in tears. "Forgive me, Baba," he sobbed. "I'm starving. I'm homeless. I have nothing. I just want to survive." Baba Zahid nodded gently. "There are two paths to live. Someone is patience, the other is injustice. If you choose patience, God Himself will provide for you. But if you walk the path of wrongdoing, destruction will follow you in this life and the next." The boy's eyes filled with tears. He lowered his head in shame. Baba reached for the pouch, took out a few coins, and placed them in the boy's hands. "This is your share from God," he said softly. "Don't see it as charity. Carry it with dignity." The boy stood silently, his hands trembling. Baba then added, "If you want, come with me tomorrow morning, sit with me at my shop, and learn how to sell perfumes. The path of hard work is tough, but it brings peace to the heart." The boy nodded slowly and sat down beside him. That moment, it felt as if the oil lamp in the room glowed brighter. As if destiny had turned a page and begun a new story. Years had passed since Baba Zahid had left this world. But Ali didn't just carry on his small perfume stall, he kept alive the spirit and love that came with it. He didn't just sell fragrances anymore, he spread light into people's hearts. One evening, an older man approached his stall. His face was lined with wrinkles, his eyes tired, and his lips quiet. He stared at Ali for a long while. Ali gently said, "Please sit down. Maybe your heart is carrying something heavy." The man sat and softly asked, "Are you Baba Zahid's?" Student Ali smiled and replied, "I'm not just his student. I'm the result of his prayers." The man's eyes filled with tears. "I used to be a proud merchant in the Baghdad bazaar," he said. "I mocked Baba Zahid's simplicity and truth many times, but now, after losing everything, I realize true wealth isn't in money, it's in living with a pure heart." Ali quietly opened a small glass bottle and placed it in the man's hand. This fragrance belonged to Baba Zahid, lost hearts. May it bring peace to yours, too. That night, Ali sat long after sunset. The wind in the Baghdad streets seemed to carry Baba Zahid's words. In his heart, Ali whispered, "Baba, your light still burns." The next day, Ali placed a wooden sign in front of his stall. It read, "Fragrance is not just a scent, it's a symbol of intention, patience, and truth." Every day, a small boy would come and sit silently near the stall, watching Ali. One day, Ali gently asked, "Do you want to say something?" The boy looked down and whispered, "My mother is very sick. She talks about Baba Zahid's fragrance, ... says it brought her peace." Ali quietly handed him a bottle and said, "This is for your mother. The only price is a prayer." That same evening, the boy's mother raised her hands in prayer and said, "Just like Baba Zahid chose you, may you also become a light for someone else." And so, the flame was passed from hand to hand, heart to heart. Baba Zahid's message, his scent, and his light never faded, they only grew deeper with time. Asterisk, what did we learn from this story? We learned that true wealth is not money, but the heartfelt prayers that come from others. Baba Zahid gave Ali a bottle of perfume, but that fragrance carried honesty, humility, patience, and kindness. We also learned that if you help someone, without expecting anything in return, if you forgive someone, if you bring a smile to someone's face without reason, then you're not just a good person, you become a light that shows others the way. Ali didn't just carry on Baba Zahid's fragrance. He carried forward his character, his values, and the wisdom he lived by. And that is true success, to leave behind a light that continues to shine even after you're gone. Thank you for watching. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to share it with someone who needs a little hope today. Stay kind, stay inspired.